viewer called me yesterday and asked for help to know what's going on with their 2006 Lexus RX400h. They searched the interweb and they watched the video that we made when I was in Philadelphia on that. Actually, it's two parts of video case study. So I'm here this morning to help them with their car. I did some poking around and I prepared some data to share with you all. As I said, it's a 2006 Lexus RX400h, the SUV. Their complaint is they have a bunch of lights on the dashboard and they have check hybrid system maintenance required messages on the dashboard, as usual with those hybrids. I did a full scan to the vehicle. We saved a copy, PDF, so we attach it to our final invoice. Engine control module, we have two history codes. Hybrid control, we have three codes, two of them history, but one is current. Engine failed to start, and P3221, our code, our problem. Generator, inverter, temperature sensor, circuit range, performance. It's a current code and it was history at some point. When I came and talked to the husband, he came, opened the door, and he put the key on and he started the vehicle. And the moment he did that, I heard a loud noise coming from either the fan or the water pump for the hybrid system. And I asked him, did you drive the car this morning? He said no, and I touched it. It was a cold start. So that's not supposed to happen right away. And then I came and I scanned it. Let's go back to the car. Low power supply, ABS, slide and roof, whatever, history, current, air inlet in the AC. That's all. So this is our concern, P3221. I briefed them of what could be the issue. I gave them a range of fixes that I think, I'm not sure, but let's go to the tablet and get a direction. Searching for the code, it has two subcodes, 315 and 314. 315. It says INF code. I'm not sure what's INF, but here's the generator, inverter, temperature sensor, malfunction, sudden change, haunting. Generator, inverter, output deviation, and trouble area, same thing. Now, if you want to know which one is yours, you go to hybrid control and you go to codes, and then you will see the freeze frame for the current code right here. Click on it and here's some useful information. Let's start with when that code popped. Accelerator pedal was 3248, so somebody was stepping on the gas. Ambient temperature 40. Auxiliary battery voltage 14, battery voltage 14, battery block voltage, those are the hybrid ones, they look good. Battery pack current value minus 1.8 amp. Battery state of charge, it was 63. Calculated load 68. Charge control value minus 33 kilowatt. Now coolant fan mode 000, right here, detail code 315. So we have 315. What else we could look at? Discharge control value, DTC clears minimum minutes, 28,926. DTC clear run distance 17,577. So a year ago, and I did ask them if they did anything related to this code, and they said no, the last time they serviced it was a year ago, so that explains it. Probably the last time a technician cleared the code. DTC clear, warm up. 255. The car started 255 after somebody cleared the code, and now we are here. ECU mode, Fahrenheit 181, coolant temperature, engine coolant temperature 181, engine revolution 2300 RPM, engine runtime second 254 second. Oh, it was just, they had just started it. Intake air temperature, battery, only this one, block 4, 73, the rest is the same. Throttle position 34, hybrid vehicle, ECU, vehicle speed. Sorry for the glare, I'm trying my best to maintain the stuff here. So that's what it is. Okay, let's go back and read more. Alright, the MG ECU located in the I'm not sure what converter inverter assembly uses the temperature sensor that is built into the converter inverter assembly. This is not a good sign. It's built in. We'll see. To detect the generator inverter temperature, the inverter cooling system is the same as that for the motor or generator and operates independently of the engine cooling system, so they're not connected. There's two coolants for the car, for the mechanical engine and for the inverter, for the electronics part of the hybrid components. The MG ECU limits the load based on signals sent from the generator inverter temperature sensor in order to check the effect of the inverter cooling system and prevent overheating. Furthermore, the ECU detects malfunction in the wiring of the generator inverter temperature sensor as well as in the sensor. Okay. Steps. Let's do the steps and locate the components. Check quality of the coolant. Check the inverter coolant level. If okay, then the sufficient amount of coolant to the inverter. Check for coolant leak and add coolant. Let's go under the hood and see what we're dealing with. Well, it's very low. I removed those two covers. It's very low. I know it's sitting on a driveway, but still. It's not supposed to be that low. Let me send the owner to AutoZone or Pep Boys or even to Toyota to get that pink stuff. So now, after looking at the design of it, look, this is the out hose, and it's like this system could be empty. We don't know for sure. I was thinking of telling the owner to bring the smallest. You know, he's gonna go to a Toyota dealer. I was thinking to tell him to bring the smallest that he could get, but looking at it right now, we could be running off an empty system here, and there might be a leak somewhere. We have to check. This is the water pump. Also, the test suggest the second step is to check coolant hose. Check hoses of coolant system are not bent or clogged correctly. So the hoses we're going to be looking at, number 2 is right here. This hose right here, this hose right here, and these two. 4 hoses. Alright, looking at the hoses from here, this is 1, this is 2, and the third one under the radiator right there, and the fourth one somewhere over here. But anyways, I don't see any bent or any kinking or anything out of the normal. But what we can do, we can put the light here, and I'm gonna try to squeeze one of these hoses. So if we are low to here, then the antifreeze should come back to the bottle. But if we are low, then the squeeze is not gonna do any changes in the level. So 1, 2, 3. Nothing. I didn't see any change. I didn't see any antifreeze coming out. Yeah, it's been like that for a while. Even the owner asked me who should check that. I told her, well, the service station that you take the car to should at least do it once every 3 months. But it looks like it's been empty for a long time. She also asked me what do I think make the small battery die. She said they had that incident many times, and we saw that in the codes. And I told her, I think, I'm not sure, but I think my explanation to this is when you drive the car and you come back an evening or night and you park the car, the modules think that the coolant is like the system is over temperature, so it will keep either the fan or the water pump kicked on even after you shut off the car and lock it and go home. Of course, as a driver, you're not experienced of those little details, so you just lock your car and you go and you hear like the fan is going. You'd be like, you know, it'll take probably 10 seconds, 20 seconds for it to go off, but it will stay on more than usual, and that explains killing the battery. Now, I told her, based on my theory, I think that doesn't apply to short shutoffs. Like if you go to CVS and you pick up whatever you're there for and you go out, the car starts right away every time. She said, correct. It never happened like that. It always happened when they leave the car for a long time, like overnight or something. So I think this is the explanation for it. We'll see what I'm going to do. We're gonna top it with the fluid and clear the code and get the owner drive the car in the neighborhood for, I don't know, probably 10 miles. I'm not sure what need to be done for that code to set. I will see if there's any information about that. We'll do our best to make sure that it doesn't come back, because I told them if this is what it is, then you guys are lucky, you know. But I don't know if that low in coolant affected something else. It could probably burn the water pump, easily get burned if there is no coolant in the system. Now, I don't think it's empty. That would be crazy if it's empty. We'll only know if, you know, if we add and then comes from the bottom. That means it's one of the hoses is has a hole in it, but I don't think it's empty. Let's carry on with the test. Step number 3, check the water pump connector. Make sure it's not loose or it's sitting correctly and clicking. And we're going to use the scanner to activate that water pump, see if it comes on. Same thing we're going to do with the coolant fan. If it doesn't come on, then something is wrong with the circuit. We have to check it. So I went back to the hybrid control and I chose active tests, and you can find the active water pump test right here with the key on, of course. Do we need data display? No, I don't think so. Cancel. Oh, my bad. You know what, just let me just go all data. And then now, here, it's on. I do hear water, but I do also hear air in the water. Like, you know, when you blow on an empty bottle, like that kind of sound. One more time. Okay, water pump is working. I'm glad. Let's see if there's an active test for the coolant fan. It might be on the engine control module. Engine control, active test, coolant fan. Come on, focus. All right, on done. All right, on. Okay, that's the loud sound that I heard this morning. You see how it's wobbling? Look. See it? That's no good. This needs replacement. Okay, well, that's one thing the owner has to replace as soon as possible. The last step in the test is to check the MG ECU connector. The MG ECU connector is located right here. This is the inverter. It's in the back. Those cables, I think. And to check those connectors, you see here, this is the inverter. This is right here. It says right here, those two. It says MG ECU connector. So be sure wear insulated gloves, turn the ignition switch off, and unplug the plug grip from the big battery. Do not turn the key on with that is off. Remove the converter. So we have to remove the inverter to get to the connectors, and wrap the interlock around terminal for the. This is something you don't do at home, because this system could kill you. That voltage, high voltage, could kill somebody. So you have to be experienced on those vehicles, and you have to have safety measurements. In this case we passed it, so we come to the inverter. Now, do I think that it's a matter of loose connection? I highly doubt it, because there hasn't been a case reported, although it could be one of the causes, but that usually comes with other codes, because that connector has, like, let's say 20 pins, just like this, let's say 20 or 30 pins, whatever. And if that connector is loose on one side, it doesn't lose connection on one pin or two pins, usually 4 to 5, and 4 to 5 will cause different codes. I mean, more codes than one code. We're dealing with one code, especially with this being empty, the system. I'm gonna say that this is the least probable cause. I'm gonna have to stop. And now, if you do everything and you still have the code, then you're gonna have to replace the, it says right here, you can read it, but replace converter inverter assembly. You remember at the beginning of the video when I said, when we were reading and we said the sensor is internal, I said that's not good, because it's something we're not going to be able to get to, or it's not going to be probably replaceable. Although I think in the market you probably will find people that repair that unit if it comes just to the sensor. That's exactly why, because in this case, if the sensor is bad, then they're going to have to replace the whole inverter, and that's going to be costly. That's going to be a lot of money. I don't think it's available on the dealer shelves. I think they either have to go with a reman or a used one. I don't know. The car has 211,000 miles. I don't know. Was there a policy? I'm doing my best to save them money. We'll see. I'm just gonna have to wait for the owner to come back with the antifreeze. We'll do what we have to do here. Moment of truth. Let's see how much it's gonna take. Oh, be careful. Actually, I hear something going on.
Yep.
Down. Hold on. You have a leak.
Yep.
Somewhere.
Oh yeah. It's coming out.
It's coming out. Okay. Let me see. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, you're fine, sir. I was about to say, I feel like they just topped this off like a week ago.
And I see a pink stuff here too, so it's been running I see it right here. See?
Yeah, I see.
That's the old stuff.
Yeah.
So you definitely have a leak in the system. Because your wife asked me who's supposed to do that, and I told the people that, you know, change your oil.
Yeah,
should take
I
that.
was like, I just had this topped off a week ago, but
Really?
unless they just
Are you sure 100%? No,
100%.
I don't think anybody. No.
You don't think they did it?
No.
They wouldn't have leaked that much. Well,
Let's give it 5 or 10 minutes, see if it comes from the bus. It stopped, right?
Yeah.
But it's weird. I mean, if I didn't see that pink stuff
Yeah.
on the bottom, I'd say that we caused that.
Like just spilling out the sides.
It wasn't much. I mean, it was just drops that you. We'll see. Let's give it a minute, see if that level goes down. It's crazy. I saw it was still under low, so I told the owner to add more. And every time we add, you know why?
How's it going, Rick?
I think this is the.
Good, man.
No, I know why. This is the drain. Okay, I bet you now it's not gonna add. All right, let's do it.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're using a bottle, so some of it going to the side. Okay, now it's okay.
Good.
There has to be explanation for everything.
Catch. That was just too much and then it stopped.
But still, why do we have that?
Pink.
You know,
on there.
pink stuff. Yeah, the dried stuff. Yeah, see, now we don't hear it.
Yeah. Seemed like a lot coming out.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I wanted to be generous because I think there's still water in the system. Plus, the car is sitting, you know, on a slot. All right, the last thing we're gonna do is we're going to clear everything. And I told the owner that he's gonna have to drive it. Better to take it on the highway, make sure the temperature goes to normal, and watch to see if the check engine light or those messages will come back. And I'll come back probably with a final final clip for this case. Okay, everything passed, no fault. We haven't driven it yet. I just want to show that the code didn't come right back, and it's not gonna, because it's do we have a misfire in this vehicle? I feel a misfire. Short term, long term. Yeah, something's going on. Or is that probably the wobbly fan doing that, giving me that impression? I don't have a misfire codes. Yeah, something's going on with this car. There you go. Misfire count. No, everything is okay. All right.
Couple minutes.
Okay, good. That's good. So
About 8 miles each way.
nice. We just did 16 miles,
Yeah.
2 trips, and we don't have a check engine light. Let's scan it one more time. Okay, no trouble codes. That doesn't mean that the code is not gonna come back.
Right.
I mean, I tried to read strategy of the code. I couldn't find anything on my service information, so we're going to keep drive it. Definitely the fan has to be replaced though. Definitely. One of the reasons why this code could come, I mean, that fan, I don't think it's working full blast when the car needed it to.
Right.
So that need to be changed, and for the viewers, I will definitely update this case with the outcome, if it's good or bad. The owners do have a mechanic, but they decided to use me, and I really thank them for this. And I was curious to know how much they get charged for an oil change, which is done not at their mechanic place, it's done at another service station. And they pay 100 and some change for just the oil change and a top of all the fluids. So I told him, well, you're gonna have to go talk to that manager, and if they don't show you an apology to their negligence, then I think it's time to consider changing the station. That's how you teach businesses how to do the right thing, because that's unacceptable. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that little notification to get videos like this. I really appreciate it. Oh, by the way, this is the first video of that code on YouTube.